Good evening, guys. It's giveaway time. We're right on time, 7 o'clock, October 12th. We're going to wrap up the Between the Trees series with this final giveaway from episode 10. I was looking back through some of the Niowa stats, and the first show was actually, the first race was May 7th, and we did our first show, and it was kind of a trial and error thing. If you remember my preseason show that I made with Mike Barone in his shop, we went over my plans for the season, which was to produce the show and hopefully, bring in some sponsors and some interest into XC racing here in New York State. Well, I think we accomplished that. Um, Together with sponsors, we had 17 sponsors throughout the season. Together with the help of those sponsors, we brought the race community over $1,600 in cash, and even we're going to bring you guys even tonight a pair of 100% goggles. So it's a small start. I realize there's a lot bigger channels out there than mine. Mine started just as a race channel. I would produce my race videos from my own personal experience, usually just one GoPro, and added in some graphics and gained a following that way. People thought my editing was nice. So I wanted to really grow that and try to promote Niowa because it's giving back to me a lot. More than just the race community, I focus on it. I love it. I love being out there competing. I mostly just a big kid. I like going fast. So I'm very grateful for Niowa because a lot of people don't realize it, but there isn't many places to ride in New York State. So if you're not a racer, you're not getting between places to ride and of head-on traffic, speed limits. A lot of it's mud holes and stuff that they ride here in New York. It's not really a go fast area. So without racing, we wouldn't really have a place to unleash our speed, if you will. And I'm very grateful for that because a lot of us are speed junkies. A lot of us have that adrenaline rush when we're racing. So Nio provides that, and I thank them. And a lot of the fan base I have, the viewers I have, I believe are from Nio. I know I have a lot of viewers, not a lot, but viewers elsewhere like Canada and even other countries overseas. And I thank all of you for watching. I think it's because we're all ATV fanatics. We all love the sport of ATV racing, and we want to see others promote it as well and participate in any way we can. And hopefully these contests I did over the summer allow you to feel like you're participating in the race community because it's a lot of fun, and I just want to spread that that fun that I have with all you guys. So thank you for watching. Again, over $1,600 given away, 17 sponsors involved with the show all summer, and I'll list them off real quick. 725 Designs, Barone Boys Racing, Bibbins Sales and Service out of Weedsport, New York, 4E Racing, Jimmer and John Boy, Potter Built, Mark Potter himself, Black Sky Entertainment, Willow's Collision, the Merriweather family, thank you guys. The Niowa Media Team, courtesy of Kyle Holler, Big Iron, courtesy of Joe Newberry, Carnes Family Racing, Dustin Carnes, competitor and friend, Quad Tech Seat Covers, courtesy of Hunter Hart, your XC1 Pro, everybody loves him. Herc Contracting, courtesy of Justin Mills. Thank you, Justin. He's actually stepped up to help a lot for next year, which I'm sure you've heard about and we'll talk about later in the show. TK Harrington, Brad Harrington, thank you so much for stepping up and donating for this final round, as well as bikes, trikes, and quads. Bill Ingersoll, he's expressed interest in as well with that company to supply goggles, and maybe we'll talk him into giving some other merchandise away as well for next year. Boyer's Photography also sponsored the final show. Thank you, Nick Boyer. The Beauty Barn, Jessica Carnes, and her father, Dustin. We already talked about Dustin, but Jessica Carnes wanted to give back to the race community as well. She donated along with Ray Chilson, and Ray is known throughout the community for engine building and tech setup, suspension, things like that. So lots of support, and none of those guys would have sponsored me if I was just still out there putting my own personal race videos out there. I really want to showcase a particular class, and because it was an experimental year with the show, I picked my own class. I have my own cameras. They're my friends wearing the other cameras. Let's see if we can make this work. And guess what? We proved that it did. And we proved that sponsors want to be a part of it, as there's already, interest in the next year. So we wouldn't have done that without you guys watching. They're not going to, put in their money and their efforts if nobody watches. So thank you each and every one who watched. And I'm proud to say over the race season in 2023, this channel grew 50%. So a very big gain for me over the race season, and it's all thanks to you guys watching. So I'm sure you're all getting itchy because it is the biggest giveaway for the final show. $350, courtesy of those last 5 sponsors I mentioned. And I hope it goes to an ATV racer. We had 37 entries in this one. 37. It was our biggest entry list of all the shows. I was very impressed. And you can tell like people were just copying the answer and reposting it as their own. I caught on to that real quick when they all looked the same. But hey, I didn't make a rule against it. Like, you're allowed to do that. So if you're smart, you would do that. But if you're actually a fan of the show and you appreciate some fun racing amongst friends on 4x4s, hopefully you watched the entire show and you actually found the time codes yourself when those sponsors were spoken of. So thank you to everybody who did watch the entire show. That one was a lot of fun. We had, I can't remember, 10, 12 guests over, and everybody got a chance on the microphone, and there was a lot of laughs and some fun ribbing involved. I would love to do that every time, but I can't express how much work goes into the show. There's so many cameras involved, so much editing involved. I mean, I probably have 30 to 40 hours in it Monday through Wednesday, just to get it uploaded to YouTube for everybody to watch on Thursday. So a lot of effort on my part, but I do it because I love the sport. I love the series, and I want to see it succeed and grow. All right, shut up. Talk about who won. So I use this random winner generator. My mouse died. Turn on. Here we go. Wheel of names. I entered everybody in, and the selected winner was, it's a username from YouTube. Here we go. I'm not going to delay this. It's mine. YG2J. Now, when I click on the name, okay, he has a name. His name is Trevor Sharp with it. So Trevor Sharp, you just won $350, courtesy of those sponsors, as well as 100% goggles. Trevor Sharp, I hope you wear goggles this nice, because look at these things. These are, I looked them up. They're actually like a value of 112, 115 bucks. They're roll-offs, very high quality. I think I'm gonna have to get a pair myself for next season. So enjoy the goggles, enjoy the cash. I'd like to know what you're gonna spend it on. I'd like to know who you are, and hopefully you're a racer, and hopefully you enjoy the show, because the whole point is to spread the love, like I said. And I would think anybody watching this show is either gonna be a racer or an ATV fan. I wouldn't imagine that, they're coming to me because I've got great dad jokes. I don't. I don't. I wish I could think of one right now. That'd be really funny. But anyway, talking about the show, I would love some feedback. What people would like to see for the new season coming up. Oh, I've actually got some people chatting here. L. Henley, thanks to all the sponsors. Appreciate that. Joanne, hi, Joanne. I'm sorry, I'm just rambling here. At the bottom is a Josh Harp. Love the last show with all the commentary. Thank you, Josh. And then Sharp Racing. Yeehaw. Thanks so much, man. I'm guessing Sharp Racing 144 is a Harp brother. Oh, I have Sharp. Oh, Sharp Racing 144. I got Harp and Sharp mixed up. Yeah, that's me. Okay. So I'm reading this. Sharp Racing 144. You're Trevor Sharp? Can we say yes on that one? We do. All right. Our winner is viewing the live feed. XC Life, you demand. Thanks, Drew. Well, I read that wrong. You demand, Drew. Thanks, buddy. I believe that's Cody Chisholm. Cody, is that you, XC Life? I can never remember all these screen names that everybody has. Anyway, I'd love... All right, we're back. Sorry, I keep having a problem. It's asking me to reconnect. I'm using my phone through my awesome Wi-Fi out here in the country. I apologize if I keep getting disconnected. So yeah, sorry, I got another user mixed up. Sharp said he was using an auto-generated username, which is why it appeared funky. But Trevor, you are a winner. If you could, reach out to me on any of my social media platforms, and we'll get an address from you where to send the goggles and a PayPal or Venmo, whatever works for you. Feedback for the show. I'm looking for feedback. If you haven't heard, we're going to take it to the front row, and I've got honestly, I had 3, but I don't think one of the guys is going to actually race next year, so I have 2, and I'll give away one of them because I'm real excited. The Sneaky Snake said no freaking problem. He was excited to be part of it, and in fact, invited me out to his snowmobile race this winter. So I got a sled to ride too. I think I'm going to go play with the Sneaky Snake. Jared McClure, he's going to be one of your cameramen for Between the Trees in 2024, and I need a couple other guys. I've got, I might as well just tell you the guys I've got on board. Greg Covert said he is definitely interested. Matty Reese said he is interested. And I have to check my notes. I'm sorry, I don't remember who else I spoke with. But I'm looking for probably 5 total guys. In addition, I'd love it if people on the side of the track filmed with their iPhone, their Samsung, well, mostly their iPhone because I use an iPhone. If they filmed with their iPhone and gave me the clips at the end of the show. I do have a few kids and other fans that watching the race from the side will capture clips and airdrop them to me while we're at the scoring tent picking up trophies. That's the perfect time to do it. So if you have a clip of those front guys that are flying by and you want it, to be on part of the show, I would love to have it. Let me grab it from you at the end of the race. So hopefully we get some on the side of the track on and mix in as much as we can. People could give me, with other footage on the side of the track. So after the feedback, I got nothing left but a big thank you guys. Like I said, with the help of everybody viewing this summer, we've grown the channel 50%, and I've got a lot planned for the off season. It is time to hit the shop and start working on all the wheelers that we break, but race season isn't over yet. I myself am going to be competing in the fall series here in New York, starting this Sunday at Pavilion Motocross. So we'll see in what town. I can't remember the town, but I'll be back on the 4x4 line, which in that series starts in dead last in the last row. So a lot of traffic to deal with, but fall season, fall racing, it's going to be a lot of fun. So thank you, everybody. Oh, I should probably read some comments here. XC Life, it's a great show. Maybe a post-race kind of deal would be cool. I thought about that too. So the tough part is when I get off the track as a racer, I'm exhausted myself, so, and the time frame we're always getting done. By the time I'm off the track this year in the 4x4 class, I was, 15 minutes, sometimes 20 minutes behind the overall leader. He would finish that much sooner than me. And by the time I get done and I'm gasping for air and need water, he's already at the podium giving his speech. Timing just doesn't match up. So maybe, again, I can get another filmer to just stick a phone in someone's face and say, hey, how was your race? Give us feedback on the track. What'd you think of the track today? Or how was your race today? What'd your suspension feel like? What'd you have for breakfast? I don't care. If somebody wants to do those interviews and meet up and give me the footage after, I'll absolutely include that stuff in the show. But I'm trying to produce the show as a racer myself, so it's not always easy. Sharp Racing, which is our winner, Trevor Sharp. I'm stoked. I'll be using the money for race purposes. I friggin' love it. Our final race is this weekend, and I was lucky enough to wrap up the 4x4. We got a 4x4 champ, so going out to just have some fun this round. Who is this guy? Trevor Sharp. Tell me where you're from and what series you're talking about. I don't believe you're talking about New York because New York's done. Oh, he said in the next line, it's the A-Work series in Pennsylvania. Oh, and I saw that was coming to PA. If I wasn't doing the fall series, I'd love to go down and try that series. I do need a camera crew. Yeah. Like I said, if anybody, and it's simple today. We can just do it with our iPhones. I personally use my iPhone for all my on-track or beside the track footage interviews at the beginning. I just got a small mic kit that you get off Amazon to plug right into the iPhone. That seems to be the easiest way to do it. So if anybody wants to, actually capture those clips, anything that you think I might want to add, because we are taking it to the front row, I want to bring that personality of each of those pros, and I call them pros because they are the fastest guys in New York State, and some of them actually have their pro card, race pro nationals. So, yeah, to me, they're all pros, and I'd love to showcase their personalities and do more behind the scenes and more interviews and post race and even podium stuff. But it's difficult as the racer too. I can't be in two places at once, and racing's still important to me. I still want to, be on the track and doing the best I can. And I'm already dreading having to go through the traffic starting in the 19th row in Senior B. I don't always deal with traffic very well. I can get frustrated and kind of be a dick and scream too much at people. So I'm not looking forward to that part of it. But if I go back, I think it'll help me divide my time between the show and my racing. But obviously I'll need help. So again, anybody wants to help, that would be great. Trevor says, I need to hit up an Iowa next year. The 4x4 turnout up there is amazing compared to here. I'll have to link up with you and find a round that isn't terribly far away. To give you a heads up, a lot of them are in southern New York. So a lot of them aren't too far from the PA border. It's just kind of a bitch for me because I'm further north near the Syracuse area, and I have to travel sometimes up to 2 hours to get to them. But again, I'm not complaining because 2 hours for what we do isn't that bad. I understand a lot of guys travel way farther. But I did do some research in a video not too long ago about what ATV series were big and the numbers involved. And I remember A-Works had a decent turnout, but it's hard to compete with Iowa numbers. We are the second largest in the country, and it's amazing the turnout. I would never have expected when I moved to New York State that it had this kind of racing, let alone the turnout that it has. Very impressive, and I know a lot goes into it. So just, if you could, thank a sponsor, thank a volunteer, thank anybody within the Iowa series, because seriously, without them, where would we go riding? Tug Hill gets pretty boring when you're going straight and flat for 2 hours. Don't get me wrong, it's fun, but XC Life, why not do Vet B, 8th or 9th row? Well, yeah, and that's not a problem either. I ran times, honestly, they started in front of me a lot, and a lot of times I beat those guys with Vet B. It's not where I start in the traffic that I'm going through. I want to be up front, and I want to use my phone to film the whole shot of the front row. I want to make sure, obviously, everybody's camera's on and situated and ready to go. And after they leave, that probably only gives me, if I was going Vet B, that might give me less than 3 minutes to get from the front row, filming and stuff, grab some footage there, and waddle back, throw my helmet on, get my cameras going, get my gloves on, things like that. And I don't know, it would just be cutting it too close. I think if I go to Senior B, I'll be a little less stressed out by the time I do get on my machine. But that's just me. So, I don't know. People are probably going to call me a sandbagger for going to Senior B. But whether you're up front or in the back, you're all racing the same track. You're all going through the same amount of traffic. So it's kind of equal playing field that way. And I do plan on racing the 4x4 against all the 450s. Unless somebody wants to step up and give me a 450, I would love to try to race one. But I'm not about to go buy one. Prices are ridiculous right now. And I've reconsidered even building a new 4x4 because prices are just ridiculous right now, and I don't have it. So I'm going to do a rebuild on my 2017 and keep that going for a few more seasons. And I'll see how I do against the 450s. It's not always an advantage. Those guys can go down hills a lot faster. They can slide corners a lot faster. The advantage the 450 has is obviously on mudders, but big things are up hills and field sections. I feel like that 1000, that Can-Am 1000, is a 450 killer on those sections. But good suggestion. I would, love to ride with the Vet B guys. I know quite a few of them, and they're great guys. And it would be a little bit less traffic going through them. Trevor, I appreciate you watching. It looks like you want to keep chatting. I'll come find you in Messenger chat, or you can hit me up on Instagram, whatever's convenient for you, bud. But congratulations, Trevor Sharp. You are the winner of episode 10, Between the Trees, $350, and a new set of 100% goggles. They are the Armega Forecast roll-offs. Ultra HD. Sounds fancy. Nice looking goggles there. Thanks everybody for watching. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. I've got more giveaways planned. I actually have, I got a lot planned. I'm not going to disclose it here. You know what? You got to watch. Follow me on social media. Follow me I'm not even on TikTok. So make sure you hit the like and subscribe for this live feed. It does help me. It helps support the channel. And I'm excited to bring this show, Between the Trees, to you guys next year. That's it. We'll see you at the races.